Here at Gundam Planet, we're all about being happy boys. And if you saw my last review, you know that I wasn't that happy about it. But then I decided to return to my good special place with my great friend, the Shining Gundam from G Gundam again. Now you might be thinking, I just saw you build Master Gundam not too long ago. Isn't it pretty much the same model? Kind of. Sure. Why are you judging me? I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. That's stupid. We're gonna do it though, because it's great. Look, here's Domon, and he's the best, and this is gonna be the absolute best. So, we got the thing again that you could mount on your wall and worship as your deity as often as you like, which is good. And reading the comments for the Master Gundam video. I believe it was Joe from Joe's Gunpla. Thank you, Joe, for the comment saying that the Master Gundam was undergated because they were planning on doing the hyper mode, but they definitely... do they have hyper mode Shining Gundam? I don't think so, but they definitely have hyper mode God Gundam, and I checked my God Gundam Master Grade. He wasn't undergated, so I guess they got all the way to Master Gundam, and then they were like, oh wait, if we do the gold one, it'll be better with that. And I guess that's the only Bandai dumb explanation I could make for that, but it's just a shame that they're not all undergated just because undergating is great, but what are you gonna do? So we got the double shot, probably A runner. Yep. So we got Shining Finger Boys up here looking good, and white plastic, gray plastic. It looks okay. It's old, but it's still gonna come together. Very strong. We got just a tiny little amount of black stickers that you could easily Gundam marker in with no problem, and just some optional markings. And then for some reason, I guess the V-fin just needs its own yellow runner in here, so whatever. Here's Domon. He doesn't look so good. Looks a little sickly. He's lost all the color in his face. But he's here. If you want to paint him, I'm not going to do that. We got the blue parts. Blue parts looking pretty good. I mean, there's enough detail here. This is what it looked like, so that works for me. You get the cool little gem in the chest, which is its own little bedazzled piece, so that's neat that they include that. Tiny little bit of polycaps. We got red runner of the sides of the legs and part of the shoulders in there, sides of the torso. Everything looks fine. There's really not much to say about it. It's not a complicated design. Just some more white pieces, legs, shoulders, arm pieces, all your normal stuff. Then we got the inner frame. Kind of this is just a weird looking runner, but it's all here and it's gonna pose nicely. So. That's good. Here's the rest of it. It's pretty much the exact same as it was on the Master Gundam, but I'm not going to complain about that because I like that thing. And then we got yellow, which is a shame because if you look at this box, you look at this picture and you say to yourself, what color is that? Because it's not this one. It's not this one, that's for sure. So we're going to have to work on that because I don't think that's going to cut it. We'll see. See how lazy I feel. And, to finish up the rest of it, we got all the screws to make it nice and sturdy. We got some beam saber parts. Great. And then we got the big old rubber guy that I like doing this with all your fun rubbery feet and hand parts. So, gonna go to my happy place that I like to be at. And I'll see you guys soon. Alright, I'm back, and I feel like I have nothing interesting to say, if only because, the one thing to say about this model is that it is just so sick. I know I already did Master Gundam, and Master Gundam was very good, but this is actually definitely better because it doesn't have any of the weight problems, and you have all of the goodness that is this fighting frame here. Plus, I mean, it's Shining Gundam, so, that's just fantastic to begin with. But we'll just, go ahead and get close up because, there's no nuances at all. This thing's just awesome. Alright, so bottom to top, the real main gimmick here, obviously, is one, you have the fighting frame, which is just the inner frame that's in there, and two, the fact that you have the transformation to the hyper mode situation, or whatever it's called. All the articulation is basically the same as the Master Gundam, but we'll go through it anyway. So, in the feet here, they get a great rock. You get the rubber bottom feet parts to make them stand phenomenally. And also, you get you can switch the little ankle armor piece there, just to, for the transformation. So all you do is just, pop it down, whatever, no big deal. And you do get a little bit of toe hinge also, so you can really, if you want to utilize that. The legs are double jointed and are very good. Again, there's screws in there. Sometimes they're going to be a little tight, but you can adjust the screw to make that better for you. We get the little side vernier situations. They're not connected super like tightly in there. It's kind of a pain, but as you can see, once you get it in there good on the other side, there's a little joint that just lifts this piece off of it to be displayed. So that's cool. The one real problem with articulation again is that under here, you just have a peg into a polycap, so if you want to get his leg further than this, you just really can't do it. It's very limited, but that's just a sign of the times. Side skirts and front skirts, they move just fine. You can, if you want to, store the blade handle over here. If you want to do that, you could do something like that, obviously without the blade, but like, hey, it works out. You get a little bit of like chest rock because of the weird way that this is kind of connected. It's not fantastic. You're gonna have to mess with it some, but you can get it to move around, so that's pretty good. And then we got the shoulders. They come all the way out and forward, which is great, very dynamic, exactly what you're looking for. We got the elbows also a little tight because of the screws, but like, you know, double jointed goodness is fantastic. You get the little whatever these are called on the here, so excuse me knocking that off. You can lift this joint here to get these to separate more from the arm, or you can lay them flat. So that's, you know, a cool part of Shining Gundam, but was never 100% sure what to call that. So the hands are the rubber ones as they were with the Master Gundam. You get hands for the beam sabers, like so. You get punch hands, which are great and necessary, and then you get the little like either chop or jab hands there, and then clearly, obviously, get the shining finger hand for either side, or you know, bowl, whatever you want to do. So plenty of hands there for you. And then here we go. We got the core lander on the back, which it pegs in. It's not great, but like you can just leave it in there forever. Actually, am I gonna break this? Getting this out of here? Nope. There you go. So you just have to pull this guy up, and then you can shove it into his back. There's a little vernier on the back there. Pop that back in, leave it in there forever, because what am I going to do with that? The shoulder armor pops up for the hyper mode. You just kind of wiggle it up. It'll come up, whatever. So always remember that you are dealing with something that's old, even though it is so good for being so old. And then finally get plenty of, you know, all the head motion you could possibly want, and a little head transformation in that you can lay all these things down, his little lion's mane or whatever, and to get the different face effects, and it's open right now, you can pull these little side pieces off. There you go, and you get the closed face that just pegs right on over them, which is, you know, I didn't panel line that, but it looks like maybe Nick did that, so that's cool, because what a bonus, what a little video bonus that just happened right here. And so yeah, that's the kit itself. That was the hands, and then you get a couple beam sabers. You get long beam saber, pegs right in. You get short beam saber, good stuff. Also, for some reason they cast this part and this part in like soft yellow plastic, which doesn't look good, but it's soft, and then also in the hard yellow. I use the soft one just because I'm not really sure why it would matter, but you do get those pieces, as well as a sheet of decals that I didn't utilize again because I just don't find them necessary, but they are kind of cool. And little Domon Kashu. Now, if you are going to paint this, please know that for some reason they decided to include the little pegs in his back separately. The holes are very small, the pegs are very small, they don't stay in right. So if you're going to be one of those guys that does the whole thing, you are going to have to cement these guys in. But I mean, it is a cool little Domon. It's just yeah, see, the peg already fell out. It's not. I don't know why they couldn't cast them all together, but in any case, with everything that you get for the, you know, price that you're paying, this thing is the best. So buy it. It's not that much money, and it's just so good, and it'll do you right, and you're definitely gonna enjoy it and have a nice fight man. And that, yeah, you should just get one. Thanks for watching the videos as usual, guys. If you haven't seen G Gundam yet, you should probably fix that. Thanks to Marshall for the music. Link to his SoundCloud is in the bio. We have new videos Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please like, comment, subscribe so that we can become more powerful than you possibly imagined. And we'll see you guys next time.